is in for his birthday appearance.
Hello, everyone.
Sister Katie Susie in charge of the show today, making sure everything is as tip-top as is ever likely to be. Today's comes from Pammy. Pammy says, Father Simon, Sister Katie Susie, and the brother who forgives everything as he has the morals of a sewer rat.
Correct.
I have had this burden for quite a while now. It's my trauma for sure, but it was shared by many, and it still gives me nightmares. I shudder as I type. I'm looking to apologise to lots of holidaymakers on the beach in Tenerife a few years ago. We were having a lovely holiday, a family holiday, all together. Me and my husband. We have 3 children in their early teens, and we were all staying at one of the many fabulous hotels out there. Now, obviously, these are good times for family bonding, but also, as I think you know, all 5 of you, all together, all the time, can be stressful. So we thought it would be a really nice idea if hubby and I could have a couple of hours at the beach, kids-free. We made sure the kids had lots to do, of course, and off we went. We were laid back. We were having a lovely time. Chilling, cold drinks, peace and quiet. When husband says, shall we have a swim in the sea then?
Captain Birdseye. Wow.
I said, I'm not fond of the sea, as you jolly well know, so I'll leave it, thank you very much. He said, come on in just for a paddle. So, what is it with these guys? Why won't they take a hint? He knows I don't like the sea. Anyway, for the sake of the perfect family holiday, I went in with hubby holding my hand, all romantic-like. A few inches of water were okay. The sea lapping my toes, just about okay. But then he pulled me further in because that's what men do, and all of a sudden, I saw a massive wave coming, and although it probably wasn't, in my head, it was like the 90-foot wave that sank the SS Poseidon in the Poseidon Adventure in 1972 with Gene Hackman and Shelley Winters.
Yes.
Shelley Winters, who doesn't make it. Oh, a bit of a spoiler. It's a long time. It's a long time ago. That's what it looked like in my head. I decided to see if I could outrun the wave. Well, it turns out you can't outrun a massive wave, which was actually about 2 foot high. Yeah. Even if I thought I was Pamela Anderson in Baywatch. Well, I lost my husband's hand. I went under. He reached in as I thrashed about. He pulled me up and I stomped out of the sea in a waddling sort of way. My ears were full of sea and sand. My eyes were streaming and I was shaking like a leaf. My head was full of noise, so I had missed a few things. I had missed that there was seaweed and an actual crab in my hair. Oh. Also, shall we say, a few strands of seaweed in the back of my bikini bottoms. I had also missed that the whole beach was agog, because I had missed that my bikini top was actually at least a foot lower than it should have been. Essentially, it was round my waist. I looked like something from a very cheap film indeed, the kind they show late at night on Men at Motors, if that is still a channel?
I don't think so. It's Men and Motors, surely, not Men at Motors.
Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, on this beach in Tenerife, all eyes were my way. People were covering their kids' eyes. I just held my head high, walked back to the sun lounger, pulled everything up, tightened what needed to be tightened, got rid of the seaweed and the crab, which was actually dead. I put my sunglasses on my head. So, Father Simon, I do need forgiveness, though, not from my husband, because it was actually his fault, but from all the inhabitants of the beach that day who got slightly more than they bargained for, and it was basically all his fault. I'm at your mercy. Let's see what everybody makes of it. Sister Katie Susie, first of all.
Yeah, Pammy, I think that your husband is the one that should be asking for forgiveness. I don't really think that you did anything wrong there. Also really enjoyed that your husband sounds the exact same as the Danish nun.
Yes, it does.
I don't know.
Do you think?
If there's a crossover there.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pammy, I think you're forgiven, but I wouldn't forgive your husband.
Maybe Pammy's husband has another life.
Oh, yeah?
As a Danish nun.
A Danish Captain Birdseye.
Yes. Brother from another guy.
Yes, I mean, thrashing about in the water, I think it's all fine. I don't think there's anything to forgive here because, frankly, our continental cousins will have been quite used to that kind of attire coming out of the water. That's what they all do over there. So I am going to forgive
Because it's abroad.
They're very enlightened in a way, and in another way, a little too enlightened. So I'm going to forgive.
Okay, can